That didn't sound right. Did you roll over?
There's no brakes.
Yeah, why is there no brakes? Oh, in the back. But did the car actually went sideways? Did it go sideways? Why is the car tilted? Yeah, why is it this way?
Because it's hard to flip straight when it's crooked. The whole car's crooked. It's back to
I think you're crooked. Oh, finally, we're back in business. Finally, Aaron took care of this part. Finally, the way I want it, the shop-wise. Oh yes. That's normal. That's okay. You just broke the rest of it, but that's fine.
What?
It's side skirts. That's okay. So yeah, this was the hardest car to set up because we were going straight, but it was going like, yeah. So as you could, I don't know if you could see it, but this car probably definitely need the new oil pan because not only it leaks oil, so the older oil spots you see is actually from this car. Whoever took care of it didn't do good maintenance. Maybe overfilled the oil or whatever. But all these parts is like pretty much oily, and I hate this. Spray some water, it looks so much better. No tar, nothing, and then I ended up just shooting some air to dry some of the little areas, like inside especially. It's not fully dry yet, but it's so much better. I'm just gonna get rid of all this purple stuff out that bothers me so much. And the first thing I'm gonna do is, I don't know if this is like some shitty HID kit or whatever. I'm just gonna rip this all out. I don't need any of these. Decided to just gonna prep this and then paint it with my favorite color. We have few 2.0s laying around, so I didn't have to pull that one out. I'll probably need a new seal anyway, so I won't even mess with it till, and if I take that off, I can't even move the car, so I'm just gonna paint this one. And of course, the paint ran out, so I'm gonna go get some paint and on the way back here whenever I come back. So I got the factory radiator out, intercooler off, and over here was all oil, like tarny oil. You could probably still see it down there after I cleaned it up. I shouldn't have seen that, but as soon as I took it off, I'm like, holy crap. And the whole front of the motor was covered in oil, as well as the OEM sandwich. And that filter was actually black. So this way I could see where the leak is coming from. Most likely it's an oil pan, and somehow it just gets onto the fan or whatever, it just blows out to the front of the cover. I'm really hoping that it's not coming from the front cover. Then that's gonna be a nightmare. So after I bought this, I put on my Instagram and stuff like that, and one of the previous customers actually contacted me. He's like, you know what, that was my car. So I guess he sold it to somebody, or whoever owned it afterward crashed this one, ended up in Copart. But I remember that this car was the one that I actually refused to tune on our dyno because it was like started making like detonation sound and stuff like that. And that customer ended up like trading in for BK2. So I did a compression check and everything after knowing that was this car. The compression is fine, not the highest, but pretty good for BK1. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's a different engine, but I don't think this is the different engine because it looks, pretty dirty and everything. It could have been bad fuel or something at the time. I don't know. But I'm really hoping that I won't have any issues with the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo the intake manifold. I don't know. I don't like that. The coolant hose right there, it's all rusted. I might just swap it out with one of the pipes over there. I'm starting to see more issues with this the motor. Maybe some salt water, looks like. I don't know. I could be wrong, but you see all this white stuff? That looks like salt water. And even the O-rings on the injectors all had that little white stuff. Great. Alright, so the intake manifold is taken apart. I mean, I've done so many, but it's still pain in the butt. That's the factory color here, and that was the color outside. So, I mean, that really bothers me a lot. So much better. I don't know if you can see it. That's no longer busted or anything. It's in, and also it's in black now. No dirty, rusted coolant piping. So I spent more time setting up this intake manifold than the whole process I just did with the car. So anyhow, I'm still using the BK2 injectors, which could definitely support up to about 350. With the meth kit, probably close to 400. So that's more than what I need. I just didn't want to go ahead and put those BK1s in there in case I upgrade, because I don't want to mess with anything up here. And this has all the vacuum lines, so I had to like kind of do everything, and the whole process took a longer time. And also this setup was made for BK1, so I had to just kind of do a little bit of modification here to adapt the BK2. And this was also transferred from the BK1 intake manifold. Alright, so it's not fully bolted down, nothing's connected yet, but this thing is beautiful. I might position the throttle body a different way, or just stock location, but I'm gonna still keep the factory coolant line to the throttle body. And I put the Mishimoto radiator. This one we bought it for a customer, but it didn't fit on his 2013 BK2. So the Mishimoto radiator is now in. I just ended up using the factory intercooler back in there. It's just extra weight, but you know, it's only like 5 pounds or so. So it's just there to support it, because I just couldn't find the other side of bracket, and just sometimes pain in the butt to just adjust it. What I don't want to do is I don't want to delete the AC condenser. That was one of the reasons why I got rid of our Project Sandy. You know, it was nice and all, but it didn't have AC, it didn't have a heat, it didn't have all the accessories. So I'm keeping everything in this car because I'm planning on passing the inspection, get it registered, and actually drive it. The reason why I wanted to put the radiator in first is basically I want to see how much room I have for the piping over here. Since the intake manifold shoots out a little more, I have very limited amount of space to kind of elbow it. I was gonna honestly do a Vangeon like I did for Sandy and just custom pipe everything, but it's just gonna be so much a pain, and I don't feel like doing too much of fabrication here. So I'll probably end up getting the 90 elbow silicone coupler right there. The turbo side, I have a few more plans. That's why I want to see what I'm gonna do. And hence why I want to kind of go ahead and install this part first. But I don't think I'm gonna clean up, and I'll probably come out on Sunday night or something, just clean it up and catch up a little more things. If I don't, I'll see you on Monday. If not, I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend too.